Welcome to our orientation. I'd like to first start with our Bright Star vision and mission. Many of our families are familiar with this. This vision and mission is what guides all of our instruction and all of our school philosophy in ensuring that all of our students are taught with integrity, that we are championing all of our students so they can have fulfillment and joy in higher education, career, and life. Below, you see our values that our Bright Star School have, as well as our Valor Elementary School values. These values are explicitly taught to our students. Our students are taught each one of these values a month so that they become champions of these values. And these values stay the same every year. So our kids know how that applies to them as a 5-year-old and how that applies to them as an 8-year-old or 10-year-old. I'd like to first introduce you to our leadership team. On your screen right now, you'll go ahead and see our 6 individuals who are part of our leadership team. My name is Mei Wee. I'm the founding principal of Valor Academy Elementary School. Been with Valor now for almost over 9 years. Started as a multi-age teacher to single grade and every grade in elementary. I'd like to also welcome Miss Badeau. Miss Badeau is our assistant principal in lower elementary. You'll hear her speaking very soon. We have Mrs. Samuelian. Mrs. Samuelian is our assistant principal in upper elementary, and that is grades 2, 3, and 4. And you'll also hear from her shortly. In our leadership team, we also have Miss Molina. Miss Molina is our Dean of Operations. Miss Molina is in charge of everything safety within our school as well as the daily functionality of our campus. She's also in charge of our lunch programs. New to our leadership team is Mrs. Valenciano. Mrs. Valenciano is our Dean of Restorative Practice. She supports all of our students with any behaviors or any big emotions. She is the individual that works with our families as well as our students in supporting all those behaviors. We have Mrs. Bianco. Mrs. Bianco is our Dean of Extended Learning. She supports with any intervention needs that our students may have, as well as any of the clubs that we offer after school. Last but definitely not least, we have Ms. Sanchez. Mrs. Sanchez is our community school manager. She's our individual that supports connecting any family supports that are needed with any of our families, with any school resources, as well as any other outside resources that our families may need. We also have our school office team. Many of you all are familiar with Miss Natalie Wallison. She's our founding office manager, as well as Miss Talia Gallegos, who is our school clerk. Both Miss Natalie and Miss Talia are available to answer any questions or concerns that you may have regarding programs, students, enrollment, student information. They also can support in setting up any meetings or any conferences with any administrator or any teachers, as well as any purchasing of uniforms, any objects that you might need. To contact them, you can reach them at the main office at the number on the screen, or you can go ahead and parent square them. The email address is listed, but we do suggest that you parent square them. In addition to our front office, we have our school counseling team. And I'm very excited to share that this year we have 3 school counselors. We have Miss Lorena Vong, who will be working with our TK and kinder students, as well as Miss Jessica Nunez, working with our first and second grade students, and Miss Ignacio will be working with our third and fourth grade students. Our school counseling team is here to provide counseling services to support our students in both academic, social, and emotional well-being. They're here every single day, full time, and support our students with big emotions as well as our families in consultation, as well as connecting to any resources. And I throw it to Miss Samuelian.
Thank you. Our communication will continue to be sent through the Parent Square app. If you don't already have it, here the QR codes are listed or presented here for your convenience. This is how we will communicate emergency alerts, any school updates and announcements, any event reminders, messages from staff directly from teachers and admin, and our office. And we will also post celebratory videos and posts. So all of our parents and legal guardians on our emergency cards will have access to Parent Square. Just please make sure that your phone number and email are correct on your registration forms. And if you don't have a phone, please let us know in the main office so we can make accommodations. Our academic calendar will be shared with you at the start of the school year. Um, and also through this presentation, the first day of school is on August 12th. And it also will list all the days that our kids will be home and will not be at school, so you can plan accordingly. Just a reminder that students are expected to come to school every single day. Providing a note and documentation for absences is a must. Please call the office by 8:30 to report an absence. If it's a planned absence, please let us know in advance by calling the office and letting us know about this planned absence. Accepted methods of absence verification include a written note, a parent score message, or an email. For 3 or more consecutive absences, we will require a physician's note or a court documentation. And just a reminder for those of our families that have been with us that our attendance policy remains to be firm with level tiered responses to accumulated absences. Expect with 2 to 4 absences that accumulate an office call or a school counselor check-in. At 4 to 6 absences is the potential of an administrator and school counselor meeting. At 6 to 8 accumulated absences, a board meeting with Bright Star school leaders. And at 10 absences, there's that possibility of a voluntary withdrawal. You will learn more about the attendance policy at the start of new school year with the parent handbook. Valid reasons for absences are of a fever of 100 degrees or higher, and student may return to school when they're fever free for 24 hours. Throwing up food, any chunky food or food particles, not necessarily water, but actual food particles. Diarrhea is also a valid reason for an absence, and they are to return to school if they are diarrhea free for 24 hours. Excused absences should be arranged with the main office as far in advance as possible. Calling the main office after 8:30 to report that absence, or parent squaring VAES office specifically, not just the teacher. VAES office on parent square regarding student absences. Absences are considered excused with a doctor's, dentist, or court document. Everything else is unexcused. Parties. It is imperative this year. There is a shift in our school schedule. We will start at 8 a.m. We will not be starting at 8:10 a.m. like we did last year. The start of the school day this year will be 8 o'clock. 8:01 is considered tardy. 8:01 is also will require parents to park their cars and come into the office to sign their child in. Students who arrive 30 minutes or late are considered truant, and that is marked in their documents. Parents must walk students into the office after 8 o'clock a.m. The first week of school is a shortened week, so we just want to make sure that you guys are aware and make accommodations as necessary. We will be dismissed at 1:30 every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, only the first week of school. Arrival remains as usual, 7:15 to 7:50. At 7:50, the whistle will blow and students will line up. Students will be picked up from the yard at 7:55, and they will be in class with pencils in hand and ready to learn at 8 a.m. Dismissal will be at 1:30. Carpool service will close at 1:50. Gates will close at 1:50. Week 2 and beyond, this is the dismissal schedule. So arrival is always at 7:50, as early as 7:15. Dismissal, however, for grades TK, K, and 1 will be at 2:50 p.m. and grades 2, 3, and 4 will be at 3 p.m. We stagger to make our carpool run as efficiently as possible. On Wednesdays, all grades are dismissed at 1:30 p.m. All students must be picked up at 3:20 Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and by 1:50 on Wednesdays. The earliest that you can pick up your student from the office is if you need to do a early pickup, we close early pickup at 2:30. Pick My Kid. We will continue to use the parent app Pick My Kid as our communication tool for making our carpool service as efficient and easy as possible for you and the student. If you do not have this app, you can download it by scanning the QR code on the screen. And we will give you more information how to get you registered and ready to go at the beginning of the school year. Our after school all-star remains with the ACES program, and that will continue to run until 6 p.m. The orientation is a mandatory item in order for your child to enroll in this program, and documents must be submitted by the deadline. I can't stress enough how important it is for you to attend the orientation if you want your child to be part of this program. They will directly go to ACES from their classroom at the end of the day. We will provide homework support and enrichment activities. It includes one separate meal and a snack, and there is a 15-hour commitment required each week. The phone number and the email for the after-school coordinator is listed on the screen. Feel free to take a photo, and the coordinator will communicate updates through Parent Square. We will also continue tutoring and clubs. Tutoring is an after-school enrichment club that supports students who are below grade level in reading and math. It's invite only, so we'll determine with using iReady data who is below grade level in reading and math, and they will be invited to a tutoring, which is limited seating. Clubs are also continuing this year. We had a variety of clubs last year that our students enjoyed, from piñata making to student council to football to cheerleading. These clubs are intended to expose students to new hobbies and life skills. And it also promotes consistent attendance by providing engaging and supportive clubs that students are excited to join. If your child is absent from the school day, they cannot come in later after school to attend a session, a club. There are also applications required for this, and the sign-up window will begin on Friday, August 15th to 24th. So please look out for the club sign-ups on Parent Square. Our academic programs on our campus and at Bright Star Schools are something we're very proud of. We do have the most high quality and curriculums for reading, writing, math, English language development, science, and social emotional learning. I encourage you to take a photo and you can Google any one of these curriculums and access the parent resource page to learn how you can bridge the gap between home and school and find resources where you can extend learning at home. This is a sample schedule just to show you how important it is for students to be on time at school. Our arrival is at 7:15 to 7:50 a.m. and that's when students have access to breakfast and playtime. 7:55, students are already walking into the classroom. It is a short walk as the playground is nearby, and instruction begins at 8 a.m. It is very important for students to be in school on time because we start our day with our reading and writing program. So any minutes that students cannot afford to be late to any part of the instructional English language arts program, as they will miss core reading, phonics, and writing instruction. We continue with recess for about 20 minutes, come back and they do math, and then it's lunch and afternoon recess, followed by social studies, science, enrichment classes, iReady, English language development, and our social emotional learning curriculum. Dismissal is at 2:50 or 3 o'clock. I'll pass it to Ms. Badeau to share the dress code policy.
Our dress code policy, we have a requirement that students wear a uniform. We have polo colors by grade level. So in TK, we have a pastel color. Kinder is baby blue. First grade is a navy blue. Second grade is hunter green, third grade is maroon, and fourth grade is gray. And these colors do follow the student as they progress throughout our school. So if you are coming in with a TK student and you have a pastel yellow shirt, that shirt color will stay with your student as they go to kindergarten, to first grade, to second grade, third grade, and fourth grade. So that shirt color will stay the same. We would like the bottoms to be khaki, navy blue, or black. Please no hoodies on jackets, and then closed-toed shoes. Please no Crocs. They can be a danger. Students could trip. We really want our students to be safe. And then we will have a lost and found. Please label your students' items clearly so that they can go find their missing sweatshirts or their missing water bottles in our lost and found. You can place uniform and spirit shirt orders through our website. You can also place them at our office. Our logo uniforms are not required, so you're welcome to purchase polo shirts from any other store that you choose from, Walmart, Target, Amazon. Just make sure that they are the designated color of your child's grade level. And then please extra clothing for TK and kinder students. Sometimes accidents happen and we just would like to have some extra clothing from home for your student to change into. This will be strictly enforced. Please do not send toys to school. Sending toys, it can be a distraction. Your toys could get stolen, or lost. They could get damaged, and we really don't want that to happen. That goes for trading card, that goes for jewelry, anything that could cause a distraction in the classroom or cause a conflict. Please leave them at home. We have a food and nutrition program where all students eat for free. So please no food deliveries like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Happy Meal drop-offs, or anything like that. You can send your student with a lunch from home if you prefer to. However, if they do forget their lunch, we do have food at school so that they can eat our provided food. We have breakfast and lunch. And our school-wide breakfast is served from 7:15 to 7:50, and then they get a second chance breakfast at their recess time.
Hi, sorry to interrupt, but there's multiple people asking if there's going to be a Spanish translation in the chat.
There is a Spanish room available.
Sorry, just there's so much people asking in the chat.
Thank you. I think that one of our
No problem. There is a Spanish room available. So if you go out to the breakout room, on the top of your screen, there is a button that you can click to go into Spanish. Ms. Romero, if you can translate that for us, please.
Sorry, I think Miss Romero is actually in the Spanish room.
Oopsies.
Para los que ocupan en español hay un cuarto hay un cuarto 1 que pueden que está esta orientación en español para los que quieren español. Arriba en su mano izquierda hay un botón que dice Join Breakout Room y para los que ocupan español ahí pueden meterse para que les digan en español.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. I did my best.
Thank you. Our medical policy, we have multiple staff members trained in CPR and first aid. There is no nurse on campus. So if your child takes medicine or has a history of illness, please notify the main office and you'll fill out a specific form allowing our office manager to administer any medication. Authorization from parents is required for any medicine at school. And then students with a temperature of 100 degrees or greater will be sent home, and students sent home sick will need to stay home until they are fever-free for 24 hours without medication. Sorry, there's a typo on this slide. It is 24 hours, not 48. Please make sure that your student is able to go to the bathroom independently. That means doing all bathroom-related tasks. So throwing away paper towels, a reasonable use of toilet paper, flushing the toilet, and properly washing their hands, as well as being able to undo and then do up any of the bottoms or clasps on pants or skirts. VAES is committed to providing students a safe, positive, and supportive environment to maximize their learning time and to promote positive behaviors. We use a positive approach to discipline, which includes teaching, modeling, practicing, and reinforcing positive behaviors. We use a paw point system, so students are reinforced consistently when they show those positive behaviors. And our VAES values are setting clear and consistent expectations for all students. We safeguard the well-being of all students and our staff. We partner with our families to support student success. We use positive behavioral interventions and supports, also called PBIS, and we use social emotional learning with our ruler program and restorative practices to build strong relationships and ensure that every student feels like they belong. There are lots of ways to be involved. We really value parent and family involvement, and we understand how important it is in student success. There are leadership roles at our school, such as parent volunteer, an advisory council member. We have a parent ambassador program, or you can attend Bright Star School's board meetings. There are also parent workshops available that we hold, and we will have a family center on site this year. It's also extremely important for you to support your student at home. Make sure they're well rested and then complete any homework or assignments that teachers send home. I'm going to pass it back to Mrs. Wee. Check for understanding.
Thank you for this. Just a few key things that we are going to highlight really quickly. If you can go ahead and click through for me, Miss Badeau. If your child is sick and at home, please be sure to ask them what you do. Click. Please make sure to call the main office by 8:30 or send a parent square. Just a reminder, parent excused absences do not exist. A doctor's note is required for illnesses in order for them to be excused. If your child needs help, if the restroom, please remember that unfortunately we are unable to support students in the restroom. So please start now in supporting your students and independently using the restroom, making sure that they're able to undo their buttons, wipe themselves, wash their hands, flush the toilet, especially making sure that they know the appropriate amount of water, soap, and paper towels to use. Especially washing their hands, we want to make sure that they know how to do that so they can keep themselves healthy. And then if you would like to sign up for After School All-Stars, please remember that there's two things that you are required, and that is to fill out the After School All-Stars form, as well as attend the parent orientation. Both of these items are required for all new and returning family members. The program coordinator will let you know when those sessions will occur. Just also wanting to re-emphasize the earliest that you could drop off your child is at 7:15 in the walk-up or carpool lane. Please note that all of our students will be picked up from the playground at 7:55 because school starts promptly at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, students will be in the classroom. So if students are dropped off 8 o'clock, they do not make it into their classroom until at least 8:00-ish, and they are going to be late. Instruction does start exactly at 8 o'clock. What is the latest time that you can pick up your child? If your child is not in All-Stars, on Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, you do have until 3:20, and on Wednesday, 1:50. That's when the gates are closed. Our main office is open until 4 o'clock, and on 2:30 on Wednesday. Please be sure that you are prompt in picking up your children. One question that does get asked a lot, and the situation does happen often, is that if your child has an appointment that's close to dismissal, in this example, it's at 3 o'clock, if you can pick them up 10 minutes before. And the answer, unfortunately, is no. Early dismissal for them for early pickup is 2:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 1 o'clock on Wednesday. So just remember the 30 minutes before dismissal. And this is so students are able to wrap up and get all the information they need in order to leave in a calm way, because the teachers will be wrapping up with the rest of their class, and they will oftentimes forget things if they're picked up too close to dismissal and are rushed. We'd like to now introduce a few key individuals to Bright Star Schools. On this call today, we do have Mr. Elijah Sugai. Mr. Sugai is a Chief Financial Officer. He's the individual that's in charge of everything that has to do with our budget. He's the person that's in charge of ensuring that our budget stays up to date and always ensures that we are able to provide all the resources and materials needed. We also have Mr. Sebastian Valdez. Mr. Sebastian Valdez is the Senior Vice President of Operations. He's the person that's in charge of all the schools, ensuring that all of our schools are safe and in compliant. He works with our senior leadership cabinet and in ensuring that all schools are compliant across education code as well as with LAUSD. Mr. Luis Estrada is our hands-on person on our campus that supports Ms. Molina in ensuring that all of our on-site materials are safe. We also have Ms. Roxanne Romero and Ms. Carlin Envy. Both are in charge of our outreach and engagement programs. I wanted to speak to you a little bit about our facility journeys. As many of you know, Valor Elementary is opening a brand new facility, a new home, a permanent home for us. And I'd like to talk to you about the journey in getting there. In April of 2023, our families went to City Hall, and at City Hall, we went to fight for a home for our students. We wanted to fight for the fact that our students and our community deserved a place and a campus that belongs to us. We fought for this by having very many meetings with media, as well as participating in many of the city council meeting virtually. During this time, it was our duty to ensure that they know what our community needs. Through that process, we attended a city council meeting in which many of our family members spoke they spoke for our students as well as for other families to ensure that everybody understood the importance of this. Through all of our community efforts, our staff efforts, we were successful in this process, and our city council was able to grant us the ability to build a campus. The top picture is a family picture of all of our kids celebrating with us at City Hall. In August of 2023, we worked with our neighborhood council in developing a plan to develop our campus. This campus, we wanted to make sure was able to embody all of everything on our campus to really fit into the community. This allowed us to work with our neighbors and making sure that this is also a community school. From April to August, we selected everything from our campus, from our carpets to our tiles, and making this campus beautiful and making sure that we have the best for our students. Between August 2023 and August 2024, we secured our permits, our building bids, making sure that we're planning things with the city like DWP, electricity, as well as our internet. And this rendering here on your screen right now is the architectural rendering of our campuses that was developed. You can see there is a kindergarten wing that also has a kindergarten playground. We also have a first and second grade hallway, as well as upstairs, our third and fourth grade hallway. In addition to that, in the back left of your screen is an MPR. This MPR allows for our students to eat lunch in an indoor facility. We know that the San Fernando Valley is very warm. This facility will allow for our students to have breakfast and lunch in an environment that is comfortable, that is not over 80 degrees or 90 degrees. In addition, we also have plenty of grass area for our students to enjoy their playtime. In June of 2023, we had a groundbreaking ceremony, and here are some pictures from our groundbreaking ceremony. We had our students and our families there, as well as our staff members, and celebrating the moment that construction can start in building our forever home. Our expected move-in date was August 2025. We wanted to make sure that our campus was built. And this next picture that we're showing you is a picture of our campus from the ground that is completely empty. On the bottom picture here, you can see the foundation that the construction workers had put in place to ensure that our forever home would also be very safe. These four pictures on your screen are the midpoint pictures in the building of the structure of our campus and our facilities. In the process of developing this year, unfortunately, lots of things had come up, including fires, weather challenges, as well as additional tariffs and limited supplies that unfortunately have prevented us from being able to move in August 2025. We do have a slight delay in ensuring that we can build a campus that is safe as well as beautiful for our students. Our new expected move-in date is now October 15th. There is an 8-week delay to ensure that our campus is built to the highest quality that we want for our students. We understand that this 8 weeks is not ideal, and we know that many of our families are very disappointed as much as we are in not being able to move in August. But we really made this decision with our whole heart in ensuring that the campus itself is in the best condition possible while to bringing our students in. By postponing our move by 8 weeks will allow for us to ensure that 8 months down the road and 8 years down the road, that our facility is still in great condition. We wanted to think in the long run because this is our forever home, which is why we really went to our construction team and asking them, hey, when is the absolute deadline that the latest will be finished by? And they gave us October 15th. We wanted to give you a date that was reasonable and one that we knew that we can attain. This is a picture of our campus as of July 11th. So you can see here that there are still a handful of things that still need to be done. We wanted to make sure that the construction team had the time that they need in order to make this facility not only beautiful, but safe for all of our students. We were very specific and very particular because we want the best for them. So as you can see here, it's in the process, and the promised date of October 15th is very, very attainable. Few next steps that you're probably wondering right now. What does that mean for us? That means that unfortunately, while we will not be able to move to our Plummer location, we will be able to stay at our Panorama location. This campus is ready for us, and we do have the campus on a month-to-month lease so that our students have a secure facility. All of the utilities and all of the amenities that we do have at Panorama will be available, including food distribution for our students and our families. All of our students will have access to the classrooms and all the playground facilities. Panorama Baptist Church is actually able to fit over 500 students. While we will not be at 500 students, we are able to fit comfortably all of the students that we anticipate to have. The reason why is because, if you click next, we will be converting all of our classrooms into classrooms to accommodate for the additional classes that we have. So our learning center will be converted into a classroom. Our main office will now also be converted to our classrooms, and our offices will now be converted to our main office. This is to ensure that all facilities are at the forefront available to our students. All teachers will continue to deliver lessons while we're at Panorama Baptist. The learning is not paused. It is not an extended summer break. We will still be learning starting day one of learning while we're at Panorama. Here on your screen right now is a visual map of what it will look like for the school year. The month of August and September, you see there is no change, and that is because we will be at Panorama Baptist Church during that time. The month of October will be the month that's a little bit different. You can see October 13th through 17th is currently highlighted in a light pink. It is highlighted in a light pink because during that week, we will be off for fall break. So there will be no school, students will not be on campus, and teachers will not be on campus. However, we will be making a facility move. On October 15th, we will be moving all of our materials from Panorama to Plummer are at our new campus. Our teachers will begin setting up the campus October 18th, 19th, and 20th. 20th is also a day off for our students so that our teachers and faculty can set up the classroom. October 21st and 22nd will be a shortened day, and this will be allowed. This is so that our teachers can put the final touches to ensure that the classroom is in perfect condition for all of our students. The 23rd and the 24th will be full day for our students. In thinking about any possible questions that you may have, we wanted to think about the questions that you might have. So, will there be possible further delays? The answer to that is not that we know of. Mr. Sugai and I have been working very closely with our construction team in ensuring that we have that latest date possible and making sure that we are not giving you dates and trying to push back, because we do know that it is a struggle for our families to make changes in the travel as well as for our teachers. Will there be enough space for our students? Absolutely. Our learning center and office again will be converted to classrooms, and the playground is big enough to accommodate for all of our students. We also will have rotating playground time, so at that time there will be plenty of space for students to play. Why the delay? Again, this question is very valid, and we wanted to make sure that you know that while this was not anticipated due to weather because of the high winds, fires, and construction teams had their slight delays, rather than rush, we wanted to have a safe and sturdy forever home. So that is why we are choosing to make sure that we give the construction team the time that they need to create and secure a beautiful home for our students. Well, we understand that there are questions that you may have. We are dedicated in ensuring that we answer as many questions as possible. At the end of this presentation, we will share a survey with you where you can definitely jot down any questions that you may have, and we definitely will try to get that answered for you as soon as we can. One of the questions that was asked, if you can go back really quick, one of the questions that was asked in our session was if there will be an opportunity for families to take a tour of the campus. Mr. Sugai and I, as well as Mr. Valdez, are working on getting a temporary permit so that we can bring families onto the campus so you can take a tour of our campus. While we are at Panorama Baptist, we wanted to assure that all of our procedures will still remain the same. For our new families, we do have two gates. We have our walk-up gate on gate A and our car gate and gate C. Our walk-up gate is dedicated for students to walk to the gates. Again, this gate is really dedicated for students and parents who need to give extra hugs and kisses before they let go and go for the day. Please utilize this if your child or you do need any extra time. The car gate is located on the alley parallel to Woodman Avenue. This car gate is designed for parents and families that are able to drive through like a valet for an adult to supervise and support that student out of the car and to walk them to the playground. I guess, again, this car gate is intended to be a speedy drop-off process. So if you do need a little extra time, please utilize the walk-up gate so that there are no delays to the families in line. Please also note that at 8:01, all students from both gates will be considered tardy. So we suggest if you do drop off your child, please drop them off early. Again, our morning arrival starts at 7:15. Students are picked up from the playground with their teachers by 7:55, and school starts promptly at 8 a.m. This is a visual representation of the map of drop off and pickup. Again, this is no change for any of our returning families. For our new families, the pedestrian gate is where the individuals are walking off of Woodman Avenue, and the car lane is the car line that's on your screen. Please be sure to enter the car lane through Woodman Avenue by making a right turn into the alleyway. please do not make a left turn as this does cause a traffic delay. In addition to that, please do not use the alleyway to go straight. We do not have permission to use that alleyway because it does block the apartments on that alley. So again, please enter off of Woodman Avenue by making a right turn. We understand there's probably a lot of questions about the Plummer campus. We will have another Zoom session closer to our Plummer move-in date and talking with all of our families on what arrival and dismissal process will look like that day. Again, we will take what has been working at our Panorama site and just duplicate it over at our Plummer location. We do want to rest assured that all of our families know that our dismissal and arrival process will happen on campus. We do know that Plummer is a busy street, so there will be a drive-through lane that is on campus just for your safety as well as our staff and student safety. We will advertise a start date to all of our family as the day gets closer. Go ahead and click one more time. Oh, I apologize. There is supposed to be a slide up there that does share with you information that does state that we understand that many of you were not able to attend. So if your registration is complete, please come by the the main office starting tomorrow, Tuesday, July 29th after 9 a.m. Students packet will be available in the main office. You can also order uniforms. Our main office hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you're unable to make those office hours, please call the main office or Parent Square office by making an appointment, and we can schedule a time or a place to drop off and leave your packet for you. Again, we like to thank you for joining in today's session. In your chat box right now, you will see a survey. Please go ahead and take a moment to fill out this survey so we can also give you credit for being here today. Again, we thank you for being here. And again, once again, if you are ready and have turned in all of your materials, please be sure to come by the main office tomorrow, starting tomorrow, July 29th, Tuesday after 9 a.m. The main office is closed at 3 p.m. We thank you for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, but I am going to open it up for any questions that you may have that we may or may not be able to answer, but we will take note of that.
Sorry, I just had a question about for the enrolling the children for the after school program. Would we have the application like virtual or is that a physical copy?
So the physical copy will be available when you pick up your student packet.
Okay, student pack. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. I see that somebody says that it's requesting an access code. The survey's requiring an access code. Oh, okay. I apologize. Let me go ahead and stop sharing somehow or another. Sorry. Too many screens open. I can take the next question while I stop sharing. Go ahead.
I have a question. I'm not sure if I missed this part. For the first day of school, are we going to be able to go inside to the campus with the students that last year?
Yes, for the first day of school, you will be able to drop your children off on the campus, on the playground. We will not have the classrooms available for you to go into, but you will be able to go into the playground area.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking. I wanted to double check, what is the age for TK? If you can go ahead and message Miss Perez or Miss Envy. Miss Envy, can you go ahead and actually maybe answer that? Miss Envy or Miss Perez, can you answer the question regarding TK?
Sorry, I tried to unmute myself and I muted you.
Wait, safety. So just for clarification, the building isn't retrofitted because that's for an older building. And so because this is new construction, it's designed and constructed with the latest technology and the highest standards from the start. So it's not retrofitted. We had to do that, include that stuff in the design itself. Just for clarification.
It's fitted.
It's fitted very well. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, that reassures me because I saw
Okay.
that it was 2 levels instead of one, so that
Hmm.
makes me feel a little better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Samueli,
That's a great question.
Miss Samueli, can you go to the Spanish room and drop in the new link, please? Thank you. Sorry, Elijah is much better at talking construction than I can. And again, if you are shy, it's okay. Just go ahead and fill out that survey, making sure that we can get your attendance here. And then also ensuring that if you do have questions, we can respond back to you and contact you. Again, please, please, please fill out that survey. If there's any other questions?
Sorry, one more question